This special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. By Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. By North Cape Design Build, who for over 40 years have crafted beautiful custom homes in the Lake Sunapee area of New Hampshire. La Valley Building Supply, with 13 locations and celebrating over 60 years serving you with quality products and friendly service. By Bubba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Bubba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. And Innertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine Town regions.
Good afternoon, football fans, and thank you for tuning in to the YCN Game of the Week. My name is Drew Dumont. Today we come to you from beautiful Kearsarge Regional High School in beautiful North Sutton, New Hampshire. It is homecoming, which means we'll have not one, not two, but 3 games for you today. First we'll have football, followed by boys soccer, and wrap up the day with girls soccer. The Stevens Cardinals are here from Claremont, New Hampshire to face off against the Cougars. Last week, the Cardinals traveled to Newport, where they were shut out 16-0 and fell to 1-1. Today, their offense looks to respond and snag a road win. The Cougars won 13-8 last week at Fall Mountain and are now also 1-1. So one of these teams is going to wind up 2-1 at the end of the game. The other team will fall to 1-2 on the year. So who will it be to get the win? That's going to be answered in the upcoming hours. Thank you for tuning in. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Please stay with us.
This special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Beltates Building Product Specialist. Whether you're a first-time homeowner, making updates, or a seasoned building contractor, Beltates' knowledgeable and friendly team can assist you in finding the perfect products for your project. They have the services and materials to help any size endeavor. Beltates will bring your ideas to life with their expertise. North Cape Design Build, for building a custom home from the ground up, a stunning waterfront property overlooking Lake Sunapee or Pleasant Lake, or the fabulous remodel you've been planning for a decade. North Cape Design Build can help your dreams become a reality. High-end custom craftsmanship, discerning contractors, beautifully executed designs. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997, and much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. La Valley Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at La Valley Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Bubba's award-winning seafood chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Bubba's Bar and Grill. The Intertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Intertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
And now for the Cougars, coached by
Welcome
Mike
back,
Dixon.
everyone. Thank you for tuning into the YCN Game of the Week. It is
At
homecoming
wide
today.
receiver, a
Beautiful
senior,
North
number
Sutton, New
7,
Hampshire.
Griffin Dixon.
Today, the Cardinals of Stevens are visiting from
At
Claremont
left tackle,
to take on
a
the
senior,
Cougars.
number 76,
First, we start off
Soren
with football,
Buckman.
followed by boys soccer, then finally girls soccer at
At
the end of
left
the
guard,
day.
a junior,
We're
number
going over
69,
PA
David
announcements
Patton.
here. Both teams here for football are 1-1.
At center, a senior,
Kearsarge
number
with a tough
72,
break here in the
Brody
first week
Malinowski.
against Interlake Smaltonborough, but a strong rebound
And right
last week
guard, a
at Paul
sophomore,
Mountain
number
to make it
54,
1-1.
Wyatt
Stevens
Brothers.
the opposite. They started out with a win,
At right
was at Paul
tackle, a
Mountain as
freshman,
well,
number 50,
but they ended
Will
up
Bennett.
coming up short 16-0 at Newport last week.
At wide receiver,
teams trying
a
to make it to
sophomore, number
2-1
8, Aiden
Here on the
Reckman.
west side of Division 3.
And wide
See
receiver,
how
a
it goes
senior,
today.
number 3,
Personally,
Will
I think it'll be a
Spanos.
good game. I look at Stevens today as
The
the
slot
favorite. I
receiver,
think you're going to see a very
sophomore,
angry
number 29,
offense
Ethan
coming from
St.
them
Clair.
after what happened last week. They're going to be very hungry to respond.
And running back,
Working
a
on
senior,
through
number
all
11, Jack
practice all
Sikoria.
week. So it'll be interesting to see
And the
for
quarterback,
Kearsarge.
a junior,
Maybe a little
number
bit of
50,
momentum on
Caleb
their side
Naughton.
after what happened last week, getting that first win under their belt.
The
They had a
officials
rough
for
year
this
last year,
afternoon's
but
game, the referee is
completely
Jeff Kleiner.
changed around a
The
lot of things
umpire
with
is
the
Steve
program.
Coben.
They've
The line judge is
reinvented
Harry
themselves
Henson.
offensively
The head
and
line
defensively
judge
as
is
well,
Mitch Mestrick Mateo.
with new
And
coach
the back
Michael
judge is
Jensen.
Josh Remy.
So I'm going to be curious to see how it
And now,
goes
if you're able,
today.
would you please rise?
We're
Gentlemen,
going to
please
have
remove
the
your hat.
national anthem
And if
right
you
here in a
so desire,
moment.
place your
So
hand over your
we'll
heart.
take a break
And
from
listen to our
talking,
great
but thank
nation
you
with
for
the flame
tuning into the
of our
YCN
national
Game of the
anthem.
Week. Great tradition as we always honor America prior to the game. So let's see how it goes today. Stevens winning the coin flip. They have elected to receive here in the first half, which means that Kearsarge will start off with possession in the second half. I think Stevens' offense, I'm really interested to see how they begin the game. I think it's really proving a point that they really want to start off fiery on offense and that they're ready. Just deciding that they want to start off with the ball. Kearsarge Last week, 13-8, win at Fall Mountain.
Caution time. And number 12, Jaron Garrow.
Trying to make it a win streak, I guess. This is Corey Fleury to kick it away.
Doing the kicking for Kearsarge, number 77, Corey Fleury.
Carson Thine and Jaron Valacourt Garrow back deep to receive it for the Cardinals. And like that, we are underway. It's received by Thine. He brings it up at the 30, working his way through the 35, out of bounds around the 42.
That was number 2, caution time on the return.
Ran into one of the coaches, appears there on the sideline for
Kearsarge. For the Cardinals on their own 42-yard line.
He's helped up. Appears to be all right. A few of the other coaches going to check on him. He's up on his feet. Just a little bit of contact there and lost his balance. So the Cardinals start out with it at their own 42. Thine under center to snap it away for the Cardinals. And we have movement and a flag before we even get the first snap of the game off.
Prior to snap, full start, fence, 5-yard penalty.
It's a false start against the Cardinals, so that's going to back them up to their own 37. That was one of the issues for them last week at Newport. It was the penalties. When you come onto the road against a team that you're an underdog like they were last week, you have to make sure that you minimize the penalties, because that's just going to help out the home team and the team that's favored even more. We'll see if that progresses throughout the season. Richardson runs it up to about the 40. It's wrapped up by about 3 Kearsarge defenders.
Zach Richardson, the ball
Have another
carrier.
look at it. That's going to bring up about 2nd and 12 now. It's interesting to see that the entire team has decided to go with the Guardian caps for Stevens. They normally have white helmets with a red Cardinal logo on each side. They've decided to go with the black Guardian caps. A couple of years ago, they made their first appearance in the NFL during preseason. Gave players the opportunity to wear it during practice, and now they're letting them wear it during the games. It's fumbled and brought back up, scooped up by Thine. It's about a loss of 1, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
Caution time on the fumble recovery. The loss on the play, bring up 3rd down.
Kearsarge defense looks good here. Couldn't quite get the handoff the way that they wanted to. So that brings up the first 3rd down of the game. The Cardinals trying to avoid 3rd and out. 3 and out, excuse me. How big it would be for the Cougars to get the stop of the game on the first drive. Thine running forward at the 40, makes his way to about the 50.
9 on the keeper.
I think he's about a yard shy of the first down. We'll have an official look at the spot.
Gain about 12 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down.
I think he's about a yard or 2 short here, maybe a yard and a half.
4th and 2, and the ball's on the 50-yard line.
Ball now spotted at the 50-yard line. Can have a look to see if they're going to go for it. Appears that they are. Coach Duford deciding to be aggressive, and it pays off here as they're able to run it forward past the 45, down around the 41 or the 40 of the Cougars. So now the Cardinals are in attacking territory. The whole pile of the offensive line just pushed forward. Have another look there on the handoff.
Carter Bashing, the ball carrier.
Enough for a first down.
That's number 8, Carter Bastian. Give him a credit there of a 9-yard gain. So that is the first down of the game.
Kearsarge 41-yard line.
Cardinals, very heavy running attack last week, and it somewhat worked out. They just couldn't execute in the red zone as Thine drops back the pass, and that's incomplete. That time looking for Maddox Foster.
Attempt to Maddox Foster is incomplete. They'll bring up second down.
So I wonder if they'll go back to the ground game here on second down. Also curious to see if they've been working on more passing plays in practice this week. You also have to think about adjusting for your matchups. Newport has got a big defensive football team. Kearsarge, a good team as well. A little bit younger, I would say. Newport, a more well-established program, where Kearsarge, they're kind of reinventing themselves here this year for the 2024 campaign. As Thine brings it forward, past the 30, down around the 26, and that's going to be another first down for the Cardinals.
Bastian, the ball carrier.
Excuse me, that is Thine. Or no, is that Bastian?
He's
Yeah, excuse
by
me.
number 72, Brody Malowski.
That is Thine, sorry. It's right the first time.
First down for the Cardinals.
So he's marked down at the 28. Here's the snap. Hands it off to Bastian. Goes around defenders to the 20, to the 15, wrapped down around the 14.
That's number 8, Carter Bastian with the ball. And up for another Stevens first down.
So 3 first downs here for the Cardinals. And now they're threatening in the red zone. Have to imagine that they'd like to open up the game with a touchdown. That would be very glorifying for them after the tough battle that they underwent last week against Newport. A lot of good opportunities, just couldn't quite wrap up some drives. Richardson lines up on the left side. Thine keeps it himself, running straight forward through the middle. Might pick up a few yards on that. It's going to bring up second down here.
Carson Tyne, the ball carrier.
Another look at it on the replay. Fakes it to Richardson. Richardson actually went to the right side to block. Stein took it forward. Richardson, a big, strong back. I'm curious to see if we're going to see more rushing from him here in the game. So it's been mostly Bastian who's handed it off if Thine had not kept it himself. This goes to Bastian, going around the right side, dives forward to around the 11. It's going to be third down.
He made it bump wider. I don't know if the DM on the far side, yeah.
So in the event that they don't convert here on third down, I would be curious to see if they would attempt a field goal or if they would decide to go for it. So close, and it'd be territory.
If he plays it like that, and you have your outside backer filling inside of him.
A little bit of tugging on
Ball's
the
on the
jersey.
Kearsarge 12-yard line.
Right? So yeah, if you can get the outside backer, it's that spot. That's where they hit the other two people. That guy went
Here's the snap. Goes to the left side, running forward to the end zone, and it's a touchdown for the Cardinals. Carter Bastian with a rushing touchdown.
Stevens, we have a flag on the flag.
But there's a flag, so this could be called back. possibly a holding. Curious to see.
Starting to run. Block in the back. Offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Illegal block in the back against the Cardinals, so that's going to take the touchdown off the board. It's going to be a replay of third down. It's going to back them up about 10 yards from the original spot. It was originally spotted at the 12, I think, the 11 or the 12, so it's going to be, or no, ball's going to be spotted around the 14 here. Make it the 13.
Good play again.
Trying to bring it forward and thrown back for a loss by the Cougars.
Johnny Frisbee with the ball. Brought down by number 77, Corey Fleury in the backfield.
Give credit to Corey Fleury for making that big tackle there.
That'll bring up fourth down.
So now we're going to find out how aggressive Coach Duford and the Cardinals want to be here on fourth down in enemy territory. Didn't get any points on the board last week, so I'm curious to see. Yep, they're going to bring out the field goal unit, it appears, and just cash in with some points here.
Attempting the field goal.
Oliver Stone, the kicker.
Left side.
Is up and through to make it a 3-0 Cardinals lead. One of our underwriters today is Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newbury Harbor, with over 17 years of providing hungry patrons with high-quality food and super friendly service. H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning, and their Muddy Paws Pet Wash and Auto Bath Car Wash. Support for this game is being provided by North Cape Design Build. They want to remind you that the Duck Drop fundraiser to support the Boys and Girls Club is Saturday, October 5th at Mount Sunapee Resort. Get more info at nhduckdrop.com.
Oliver Stone do the kicking for Stevens. Aiden Ruckman and Ethan St. Clair deep for Kearsarge.
And the Cardinals kick it away. Really good kick. Finally fielded around the 2-yard line, brings it out to about the 5. So the Cougars are going to be backed up with some tough field position. Just a beautiful bounce. Rough break for the Cougars.
Ethan St. Clair on the return. Kearsarge ball. 1st and 10. Ball's on their own 5-yard line.
That was number 29, Ethan St. Clair back deep to field it for them. Here's the snap. Rushing it forward. Gets it probably around the 11-yard line.
That's Jackson Correa with the ball.
Jackson Carter making the rush.
Gain of 7 on the play. Make it 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 coming up here. That's exactly what Kearsarge wanted to do. Get themselves a little bit of breathing room, so they're not quite so far backed up, and at least lower risk of a safety, but have to be careful with the snaps too. Trying to rush it around and brought back by the Cardinals. That's going to be thrown back for a loss and bring up 3rd down. Jaron Valcourt Rowe making the tackle in the backfield.
Jackson Correa the ball carrier. No gain in the play. It'll bring up third down, 3rd and 8.
He's not honoring it again. They're sending.
So that was a 5-yard loss.
Okay, they're all 50.
Ball is spotted at the 7-yard line. Forward progress, a friend of the Cougars. Otherwise, they'd be backed up inside their own 5. Trying to rush it forward, but met by the defenders pretty quickly.
Caleb Naughton with the keeper.
Quarterback Caleb
They'll bring up
Naughton
4th down, about 4th and 5.
trying to find daylight there. Didn't have anyone open in range, so just decided to keep it himself. So 4th down now. Cougars trying to do their job on special teams. Not always easy when you're backed up.
Hey, just tell 77. 77's right in front of him. Tell him he needs to talk to 72 about what he does on the DN spot.
They're able to get the kick away. Bounces around the 40. Fielded. Being brought up by Bastion to the 30, to the 20. Running around defenders. And he's finally out of bounds around the 5-yard line. So the Cardinals are going to be set up very, very well here on their second drive of the game. Already well within the red zone. It was a good punt too. Just really good blocking. Got to give credit to the Cardinals. The speed of Carter Bastion going to be a challenge here for the Cougars defense all afternoon, I'd imagine.
First and goal for Stevens, just inside the 10-yard line.
Thine under center, brings it himself, gets it to maybe about the 4. Going to be 2nd and goal here for the Cardinals.
Carter Bastion with the ball. Gain of a couple on the play. 2nd and goal. Ball's on the Kearsarge 8-yard line.
Johnny Frisbee initially lining up under center for the Cardinals, but Coach Duford decides to take a timeout for a minute. Our next YCN game of the week will feature football as the Tigers of Newport host the Raiders of Lebanon next Saturday starting at 1:53 p.m. on their homecoming weekend. Today's extended homecoming coverage is being provided by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. Today's coverage is being underwritten in part by Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. So the Cardinals offense heads back out onto the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Trying to convert here in the red zone. Would be big for them if they could jump in front by 2 scores, make it 9-0, 10-0 with an extra point. After a tough break at Newport last week, they did a lot of things right defensively, but struggled to finish drives offensively as Richardson rushes it forward. Will he have enough? They're going to mark him just short of the goal line. Ball's going to be snapped probably a few inches from the goal line. Gonna imagine that they're gonna go with a rush here on 3rd and goal. Stevens sporting a strong offensive line. The handoff, Richardson brings it forward to the end zone and good for the game's first touchdown. The Cardinals now lead at 9-0. With the chance to add on an extra point. We can have another look on the replay. Richardson, 6 feet 210, big strong kid. He's got a really good offensive line also to block for him. Stone here to add on the extra point. It is up and good to make it a 10-0 Cardinals lead here with just about a minute to go in the first quarter of play. Barton Insurance Agency supports you and your community. Ben says one size fits all just doesn't apply to insurance, which is why every client gets their individual attention. Coach Jensen pulling his team over for a minute to talk with them in the huddle. So they're going to go out there,
deep for Kearsarge.
receive, try and bring it as far forward as they can before they start their second offensive drive of the game, hopefully with a little bit better luck for field position this time around. Receive being brought forward to the 15, running through defenders, slides down just short of the 20.
Ethan St. Clair on the return.
Gonna give Ethan St. Clair credit for returning that one. A little bit more manageable field position for the Cougars, but Cardinals continuing to show the speed, their special teams unit. Quick to get to the spot and cause some trouble. Ball's going to be spotted at their own 19 as the Cougars begin their second drive of the game. Quarterback Caleb Naughton under center, throwing it to the right side, but that's over his head. Going to be incomplete.
Second and 10 for Kearsarge on the 19-yard line.
Cardinals defense always a challenge to compete against. Even Newport's offense being held to 16 last week. Really not bad when you consider how strong their offense is, led by quarterback Aaron Fellows. Naughton drops back, throws it over the center, is complete to St. Clair, gets it to about the 32. That's going to bring up a first down for the Cougars.
Naughton's pass to St. Clair is complete. First and 10 for Kearsarge.
Valacourt Garrow on the tackle. Clock winding down. 30 seconds to go now. Naughton looking to his left, over the top, deflected away there.
Naughton's pass attempt is incomplete. That'll bring up second down.
I think Foster got a hand on it. So that pauses the clock with 22 seconds to go. Rushing it forward. Gets it to about the 45. That's going to be good enough for the first down.
With the ball.
That was Aiden Ruckman on the rush.
Enough for Kearsarge, first down. First and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
Now getting it up to midfield. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Thank you for tuning into the YCN Game of the Week. Please stay with us.
This YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. By Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. By North Cape Design Build, who for over 40 years have crafted beautiful custom homes in the Lake Sunapee area of New Hampshire. La Valley Building Supply, with 13 locations and celebrating over 60 years serving you with quality products and friendly service. By Bubba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Bubba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. And Innertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine Town regions.
Welcome back to YCN's Game of the Week. Cougars have possession at the 50-yard line. They trail at 10-0. That's going to be a big loss for them. It's going to back them up about 6 yards.
Ruckman with the ball. No loss on the play.
Ruckman trying to get creative there, but can't get around the defenders in the backfield.
2nd and 15 for the Cougars. Ball's on their own 40-yard line.
Second and 15 here. Ruckman under center, keeps it himself, running around to the left side. It's going to pick up a little bit of a gain.
Ruckman, the ball carrier.
Probably a 6-yard gain. Bring up 3rd and 9 here.
Picked up a little over 6 yards in the play. Yeah, 3rd and 9. Ball's on their own 46-yard line.
Ruckman throws it over to the right side and wrapped up. It's going to bring up 4th down. Was able to find Naughton.
Ruckman's pass is
Coach
complete,
Jensen to send out the punt unit. Kearsarge hoping to reverse fortunes as they were unlucky on a previous drive with
punting for Kearsarge.
some tough field possession. Trying to get a better field position defensively. See if they can get a good bounce. Kick is up, back to around the 20. It's going to bounce some backspin on it. Cougars defender
Naughton's punt is down on the Stevens.
So Naughton's punt gets to the 12.
14-yard line.
13, 14.
1st and 10 for Stevens.
It's going to be spotted at the 13. So the Cardinals still have plenty of room to go. Trying to make it a 3-score game before halftime. Still plenty of football to go here in the second quarter. Just under 10 minutes. We're going to have a whistle.
Charge timeout. Stevens.
Coach
That is their
Newford
set
calls
For the
timeout.
first half.
This game coverage is being brought to you in part by La Valley Middleton Building Supply with 13 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Take a look at all their products at lavalleys.com. Check out Echo Communications for all your printing and mailing needs. They are the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. Today's extended homecoming coverage is being brought to you by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. Johnny Frisbee under center, but we'll have a whistle before the snap.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
False start goes against the Cardinals, so that's going to back them up even farther. Risky business here once you get inside your own 10-yard line. Tough break on a snap, potentially cause a safety. Or even possibly a touchdown for the Cougars. We have another whistle.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Encroachment against the Cougars. So essentially those penalties offset each other. Stevens was backed up 5 yards by their false start. Now they're being brought back forward 5 yards because of Kearsarge, is encroachment penalty. So it's still going to be 1st and 10. Bringing it forward, gets it out to about the 20-yard line. That was Thine. In the handoff from Frisbee. Trying to break
the ball
through the
carrier, bring up
defenders.
2nd down.
Second and 3 here. Met right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Carter Bastian trying to bring it forward.
Bastian
He's
stopped in
tackled
the
that time by
backfield.
Gage Richard.
No gain in the play. 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals.
Third and 2 coming up here.
Ball's on the Stevens 21-yard line.
Just a hair over 8 minutes remaining in this opening half. Cougars trying to come up with a stop here to get possession back and potentially turn the tide on this. Thine brings it forward. Should be enough. Ball spotted at the 26.
Bastian on the
First and
ball,
10.
Enough for 1st down. 1st and 10 for Stevens. Ball's on their own 26-yard line.
Thine goes to the right side. Foster met right away.
Tynes pass to Foster is complete. Jack Sikoria in on the tackle.
Jack Sikoria. Jack Sikoria.
No gain on the play.
Tackle. It's going to be a little
Second
bit of a
about
loss.
16.
Four-yard loss on the play, so I think it'll be 2nd and 14.
Keep your head up, Jack!
15, something like that. Thine. No gain that time. Will Carson
Pass to
making
the
the
ball
tackle.
carrier. Big stop in the play by Will Carson, number 67.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and long here for the Cardinals.
3rd and 13 for Stevens. Ball's on their own 22-yard line.
Kearsarge trying to get their offense back on the field. Give them an opportunity to put some points on the board prior to halftime.
Fred. What's the scene?
Thine looking to his right. Trying to work through defenders. He's still on his feet. But he's going to be wrapped up and thrown down to the ground. That's going to bring up 4th down.
To Garrow's complete.
That was Jaron Valcourt Garrow with a little bit of gain.
Brought down by number
4th down
72, Brody
still.
Malinowski. That'll bring up
Malinowski
4th
there
down.
to
4th
wrap
and
it up
9.
for the Cougars. Still over 5 minutes to go. So the Cougars are going to try and put something together on offense following the punt. Aiden Ruckman back deep to field it for the Cougars. He's able to retain possession. Looked like he's at the risk
Ruckman
for
Stone's punt.
fumbling it. Cougars
Kearsarge
not in
ball,
bad
1st
field
and 10 from
position.
their own 40.
Starting off
2-yard
at
line.
their own 42-yard line. See if they can put something together here. Now I'm curious to see if it's going to be Ruckman or Naughton under center for this drive for the Cougars. And starting out the game, Ruckman, they get some snaps the last drive. Both of them are out there right now. Ruckman lined up under center. Naughton blocking for him. Ruckman running around to the 45, trying to bring it forward. It's going to be thrown down around
Aiden Ruckman with the
50.
ball.
Now getting it just over the edge in the Cardinals' territory. It's
Gain
going to
by
bring up
9 on the
2nd
play,
and
make it
short.
2nd and 1.
About 2nd and 1.5 here to go.
The ball's on the Stevens 49-yard line.
So good gain. Showing himself to be a dual threat. Brings it forward. That's going to be enough for the 1st down. Ruckman is tackled around the 44, 5-yard gain on
Ruckman
the
the
play.
ball carrier. So left for Kearsarge 1st down.
Rushing attack showing to be prominent.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. Ball's on the Cardinal 44-yard line.
Charge timeout, Kearsarge.
Kearsarge calling for a timeout. Want to discuss it over. Also get a little bit of a water break here. Today's coverage is being provided in part by Barton Insurance, where they work for you and not the big insurance companies. They know how to serve your personal needs. Today's coverage is being underwritten in part by Beltates, full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. Support for this game is being provided by North Cape Design Build. They want to remind you that the Duck Up fundraiser to support the Boys and Girls Club is Saturday, October 5th at Mount Sunapee Resort. Get more info at nhduckdrop.com with mountain fun all day long. Ruckman, again, keeping it himself, past the 40, down around the 36.
Aiden Ruckman with the ball.
It's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. Just very quick, athletic athlete there. We're going to see. Looks like we have an injury on the field. Jack Sikoria is able to walk off the field on his own power. Will Spanos coming in to sub in for him at the moment. He appears to be all right. He just got the wind knocked out of him on the play. Hoping it's nothing more severe than that. Naughton back under center here. Throwing it over the center. Trying to rush through defenders. St. Clair to about the 30.
St. Clair complete. Not for Kearsarge, first down.
So enough for a first down.
Ball's on the 31-yard line of Stevens.
I'm also thinking about time management here. I would think that the Cougars are going to obviously try and score a touchdown, but you also have to think about the clock. Maybe not trying to rush anything too much here so that they don't give Stevens a chance to score in the event that the Cougars do put points on the board at the end of this drive. Rushing it forward, down around the 16-yard line.
Naughton's pass, Ethan Brand complete.
That's Ethan Brand on the
First and
reception.
10 for the Cougars. Ball's on the Stevens 17-yard line.
So that's going to be another first down for the Cougars. Naughton throwing to his right, looking for Spanos.
Naughton's pass attempt to Will Spanos is incomplete. That'll bring up second down.
So the Cougars trying to cap off this drive with some points. Definitely prefer to get in the end zone for 6 instead of settling for 3. It's interesting to see. It appears that they like to go with Ruckman under center for the rushing plays. But in a play like this where they complete it, and it is Ruckman ironically on the reception, I like to go with Naughton as their quarterback. This is going to be third down.
Naughton to Ruckman's complete.
Would imagine the Cougars are under no rush to get the snap away.
Third and 8 for the
Wind it
Cougars.
down even more so that the Cardinals
Ball's
at the end of this
inside the
drive
15-yard line.
won't have very much time to come up with a response offensively. Remind you that Stevens only has 1 timeout left. We have a whistle. I think that was Coach Duford calling for a his final timeout prior to the game, the halftime of this game. Yep. So they're going to have no timeouts left. Kearsarge still has 2 left. Cardinals are trying to set up a good game plan here to try and stop them. Make the Cougars settle for 3, but I would be curious if it does get to a 4th down, if they wind up settling for 3 or if they end up going for it. Might depend partially on how far they can get it forward. This is 3rd down upcoming. Also trying to preserve the clock a little bit.
Is 8 in the middle? Tell Aiden to run. Tell Aiden to run. Head back early. Head back early.
So it's Naughton under center. Throwing it over the top and just over the head of Spanos. That would have been 6.
Non's pass attempt to Spanos is incomplete.
So the clock is frozen with 1:16 still to go. So they could stay on the field and try and go for the touchdown, but at the risk of coming up empty-handed for points. Stephen still with some time to score. Naughton, the offense, will stay out there for 4th down. He drops back, rushes it forward, trying to work his way through defenders, but he's going to be tied up short.
Naughton on the keeper.
That's going to be a turnover on downs. The Cardinals are going to take over possession with just a hair over a minute to go here in the opening half.
Short of the 1st down. Stevens takes over on downs.
Kicking a field goal there made it just a 1-possession game. Still, they have plenty of time left, an entire half of football still to go. And I'll remind you that they will be receiving possession to start off the second half. That is Kearsarge. Stevens winning the toss, electing to receive at the start of the first half. So the Cardinals, see if they can make some progress offensively here. Prior to half. Thine under center, hands it off to Richardson. Running through defenders on the left side. Gets it forward to around the 20. Time still winding down, under a minute to go. No timeouts remaining for the Cardinals. They appear to be in no rush. Maybe just hoping for good running.
Under flag, Zach Richardson with the ball.
Because I was kind of half expecting them to spike the ball into the dirt, trying to preserve time. Thine rifles one, trying to go down the left side. That is incomplete.
Pass attempt is incomplete.
Looking for Valacourt.
But there's a flag on the play.
There's a flag, potentially pass interference against the Cougars here to come, but we'll see officially. Officials want to discuss it. Got to give credit to them for today's game. Our referee Jeff Kleiner, umpire Steve Coburn, line judge Harry Hansen, headline judge Mitch Mastro Mateo, and back judge Joshua Remy. .1 currently showing on the clock. Maybe the Cardinals hoping to get in a field goal range.
No play. 3rd.
So after further review, there is deemed no foul on that
Just
play.
for clarification, there was no foul on the play. Incomplete pass.
Cardinals, still a chance here. They're pretty far backed up. However, all it takes is one play. Bastion carries it forward. It appears that might be the
Carter Bastion with the ball, enough for Stevens' first down.
One last snap. Cardinals spike it. So one more play still to go prior to halftime. It's going to be second down from their own 30. 28 to be exact. Richardson back out there for the Cardinals.
Second and 10 for Stevens. Ball's on their own 28-yard line.
Final snap here in the first half. Thine to carry it around the left side. Gets it to the 40, to the 45, trying to bring it forward. He's finally wrapped up by the Cougars defenders at the 48. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Please stay with us.
Time ran out on the clock. The end of the first half.
This special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Beltate's Building Product Specialist. Whether you're a first-time homeowner making updates or a seasoned building contractor, Beltate's knowledgeable and friendly team can assist you in finding the perfect products for your project. They have the services and materials to help any size endeavor. Beltate's will bring your ideas to life with their expertise. North Cape Design Build for building a custom home from the ground up, a stunning waterfront property overlooking Lake Sunapee or Pleasant Lake, or the fabulous remodel you've been planning for a decade. North Cape Design Build can help your dreams become a reality. High-end custom craftsmanship, discerning contractors, beautifully executed designs. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997. And much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. La Valley Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at La Valley Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Bubba's award-winning seafood chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Bubba's Bar and Grill. The Intertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Intertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to the Game of the Week. Currently, the Cardinals Stevens lead the Kearsarge Cougars 10-0 at halftime. Take you through a brief recap. Cardinals possession with a coin toss and decided to take possession first. They converted on 4th down around the 50-yard line, able to cap off the drive with a field goal from Oliver Stone. Later on, they scored a touchdown. It was Richardson fighting the back of the end zone, tacked on the extra point to make it 10-0. Much more defensive, though, in the second quarter. No scoring whatsoever. Kearsarge with a good opportunity, deciding to go for it on 4th down. Almost had it, was a couple of yards short. And as a result, they didn't get any points on the board. So it is currently 10-0 at halftime. For the balance of our halftime show, we'll hear from Molly McDougall, the Assistant Athletic Director here at Kearsarge, and then Laura James will introduce us to the new Superintendent of the Kearsarge Regional School District. You're watching YCN's Game of the Week. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Currently, the Cardinals of Stevens lead the Kearsarge Cougars 10-0. It was an entertaining first half, to say the least. Stevens, with the first drive of the game, able to get a field goal from the kicker Oliver Stone. Later in the first quarter, getting a touchdown rush from Zach Richardson. Then also the extra point was good to make it 10-0. Kearsarge with some more progress, though, offensively. Got into the red zone, very close to scoring a touchdown. Went for it on 4th down, however, came up just a couple yards short. So that makes it 10-0 as we head into half number 2. Will be interesting to look at some of the adjustments that have been made during halftime. Kearsarge will get the ball to start off the second half. Their offense has definitely showed improvement. I think they look better this week than they did a couple weeks ago. They were up against Interlake Smaltonborough, and then they scored 7 in that game. They haven't scored any yet. They've shown some really good poise and put together some nice drives. It's all about capping it off. Stevens kind of battling some of the challenges last week at Newport, where they had some good drives that they put together, but they were just weren't able to, cap off those drives with some points. Luckily for the Cougars, they'll have another opportunity here to put some points up on the board.
This special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Beltate's Building Product Specialist. Whether you're a first-time homeowner making updates or a seasoned building contractor, Beltate's knowledgeable and friendly team can assist you in finding the perfect products for your project. They have the services and materials to help any size endeavor. Beltate's will bring your ideas to life with their expertise. North Cape Design Build for building a custom home from the ground up, a stunning waterfront property overlooking Lake Sunapee or Pleasant Lake, or the fabulous remodel you've been planning for a decade. North Cape Design Build can help your dreams become a reality. High-end custom craftsmanship, discerning contractors, beautifully executed designs. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997. And much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. La Valley Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at La Valley Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor. for great land fare, seafood sandwiches, and Bubba's award-winning seafood chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Bubba's Bar and Grill. The Intertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Intertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV. This special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes.
Hi, we're coming to you from halftime of this game. We just wanted to give you a little update on what boosters are doing here at Kearsarge Regional High School. This year, boosters are able to give $500 each to 8 different athletes for scholarships this year, which is incredible. That's a lot of money that they were able to fundraise over the whole year, and they intend on doing that again this school year, which is incredible. They were also able to support the All-American Field Hockey Clinic for our field hockey team, as well as a pop-up tent and some chairs for the equestrian girls, the state championship banner for the tennis courts, and they were able to host a softball community night here at KRHS. We're really excited to offer as many varsity sports as we have been over the last few years here. We're continuing to offer volleyball, which we weren't able to have last year, so we're really excited that they're back. They got their first win in team history this last week, so we're really excited to support them on their journey. We're continuing to have teams like tennis do really well, as well as indoor track and outdoor track. The equestrian teams have been awesome and always looking for more members to join. We're so excited that we have so many amazing offerings here all throughout the year. Our teams here are always fundraising and looking for local businesses and families to help support them in various activities. If you ever have any questions about how to support a team, please feel free to reach out to myself or Taylor Lipinski here at Kearsarge Regional High School. Anything that we can do to help support these teams is always what we're looking to do. Even if you can't financially support, we're always looking for volunteers to help with things like running the clock, setting up the fields, and continually supporting our Cougars out there. If you ever have any interest in those things, also please reach out to myself or Taylor Lipinski, and we're happy to get you involved here at Kearsarge Athletics.
The Kearsarge Athletic Boosters Club is looking out for the interest of all their student athletes.
Special day today. We have an introduction for Kearsarge and for everyone. We're so happy to be here. We're joined by Superintendent Sean Fortney. Hi, Superintendent.
Hi, good morning, Laura. Thank you so much.
Oh, we're so glad you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yes, so you are the new superintendent of the Kearsarge Regional School District.
Yes, ma'am. Very proud. Week 2. Hitting the ground.
So you know where the microwave is.
Exactly. Yes. And I know how to turn my computer.
There we go.
So luckily they have automatic lights in my office, so I don't have to worry about that part. But couldn't be more excited to be part of this community and this Kearsarge family, and just absolutely honored to be in this role.
Well, we're so grateful you agreed to sit down and really have everyone get to know you.
Yes.
So you've come a long way.
Yes, so we a little bit. My wife and our grandkids moved out here from Northeast Missouri.
Northeast Missouri.
Yes, ma'am. So we were about 45 minutes southwest of Hannibal, Missouri. So,
gotcha.
Huck Finn, Tom Sawyer land.
And truly,
yes,
truly like
absolutely
that.
It was.
Environment.
Yep. And so we had the opportunity to do this, and I'm sure we'll get into a lot of the reasons behind that. But the family was able to move out here end of April. Grandkids were able to finish school in Bradford, so we had a rising kindergartner and first grader, which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
Wife was a retired special ed administrator and in Missouri, and so she's just enjoying every bit of it. But they had a chance to kind of dive in for the last end of the school year to kind of make connections and make friends and all that.
And that helps. So when they start the school year, they'll be good to go.
Yeah, because when summertime comes quick, and the big concern is, where are we going to hang out with? And the grandkids, when they go to camp, is, will I see my friends? And luckily for them, they have their grandfather's personality, and so they can make friends wherever they go.
And summer's a small window here in New Hampshire, so that's a very good thing.
Yes, ma'am.
So education is in the family, both you and your wife.
Yes, yeah. So just growing up, my parents were not formally educated, but were highly educated, well-read, and things like that. And so I was blessed to have parents that demanded you go to school and you be involved in things like that. The funny story is my bachelor's degree, I went to Hamilton College. I grew up outside of Syracuse.
Oh my goodness, so you're
I'm kind of a Northeast boy.
Yes, you are Northeast
to do that.
boy, yes.
We moved around a lot. My dad was in the manufacturing business as a maintenance manager, so we moved across the country a lot growing up. But bulk of my time was spent just outside of Syracuse and went to Hamilton. But my bachelor's degree is actually in anthropology with an archaeology focus.
That's wonderful. General education.
Yes.
It gives you a good, broad perspective.
100%.
And did you go right on for your master's? Did you go into education? What did
No, I was actually a practicing contract archaeologist in New Mexico for a number of years.
I
was.
How wonderful.
Lived in New Mexico. My parents at that time had moved to Missouri, and it was just time for a change in my life, and so I moved there. I met my wife, who's is a St. Louis native, born and raised, and so that was kind of the anchor. And I had a chance to do some coaching when I was in college, and really enjoyed the impact of working with young people, and took an education course. But archaeology was really that big passion. And really, when I got to Missouri, I did a little substitute teaching, and that was kind of the end of it. I had a teacher retired, was getting ready to retire, and she's like, I don't know what you're going to do with your life, but you need to be in front of kids.
Oh, isn't that, you talk to a second career teacher,
Yeah.
and it is, there's nothing like that.
It was an
passion
absolute
you feel.
game changer.
No, just curious, what did you coach?
So
We're all
I've coached
about
a little bit
athletics here
everything.
at
Yes.
Kearsarge.
So I've been a head football coach. I've been a head track coach. I coached wrestling. One summer, I worked at a neighborhood pool, and I was actually a head swim coach, which is I don't know how great I was at it, but I did it. We were excited.
Coaching is coaching. Kids are kids.
Yeah, working well,
Yes.
and that's the thing is I got to work with kids. They happen to do the same
Right.
sport, and so we looked at
that's
things like
wonderful.
that. So athletics, actually, even I did a little stint was a professional indoor football coach for a while. So that was kind of I've kind of been all over the place. Growing up, we had sports, news, and music going on in my house all the time. So
that is
it was
just wonderful.
enrichment is kind of what those were. And education was the thing, as my mom always said, that they can never take that away.
That's exactly the phrase. And it sounds like education shows you.
Yes. Very much so.
Someone say to you, this is what you need
Yeah,
to do.
and that really was kind of the run of that. So I was actually an alternative. Missouri had an alternative program called the Transition to Teaching program.
Yes.
So they were taking people with bachelor's degrees and they were switching them over into second career people. And so I didn't go through the formal, 4 years of undergrad student teaching. It was like, we took some summer classes, a summer institute, and then they threw you into the deep end of the pool. And
That's
it was
wonderful.
Amazing.
I think what I'm hearing is that your emphasis is all about the kids.
It's first and foremost to what we do. When we talk with our leadership team, and where I came from, Missouri, we talk about jobs and roles. And my belief is that everybody's job that works for the district is to educate kids. My role as a superintendent is to ensure that we have policies in place and that we're being fiscally responsible and we're meeting those needs. Custodian, same kind of thing. A custodian's job is to educate kids. Their role is to maintain the cleanliness in the facility, so that way that happens. So that when we talk about big rock stuff, we spend a lot of time talking about those things.
And that's really important. And I think you're answering my question. My next question was going to be, how did you get from educator, teacher, into administration, and then being a superintendent?
So I jokingly say this, I never wanted to be an administrator. Honestly, my master's degree is in sports psychology because I was a coach and knew that I could take that degree and use it today. And so I'd seen these administrators, people that had gone to administration, and I didn't really, I don't know if I didn't see the value of it, but I hadn't really had the hook. And so I had, at one point in my life, we took a pause, and I was coaching at the college level, and I was working part-time at a large suburban high school in St. Louis, and was doing case management for non-special needs kids. And was responsible for, they would assign me, and I was working with one assistant principal that was just amazing. Dr. Ryan Sherp is his name, and he's still in administration. And he said, you need to go get your master's in administration. And I said, why? He goes, you're doing a lot of the things that I get to do every day, but then you get to the financial, but I'm making so much more money than that, and I would have done the job I did in the daytime for free. And I'm like, so I can make a career out of this. So I wound up going to the University of Missouri in Columbia, and wound up in their educational specialist program rather than their master's degree program. And so that was this 30,000-foot view of district administration. And it was like going to revival every weekend. Like we would go in, and all these excited young pre-administration folks, and we could solve the problems of the world. And then Monday come and you find out, well, that didn't work. And then the next weekend, but it was absolutely amazing because I got to see. I love coaching and I love building capacity in people and I love service. And I saw the administration position as an opportunity to truly be of service and to be able to coach and to have such a ginormic impact. And so that was kind of that lead in. So then once you have the degree, and then it's like, okay, now we can go and do this. And it was kind of every step of the way was that opportunity to have a greater sphere of influence. Love working with kids. I still have my bus license and drove a bus at my district in Missouri. I drove our kindergartners to the pumpkin patch every year. I drove supervision bus trips. It is just that, what can I do to help? Right. And the goal is, and when I tell people, my job is to be the bulldozer. My job is to plow the road so everybody can do their job.
It's a really nice way of framing it. It really is. Boy, I'm glad you had that conversation with Dr. Sherp, I believe it was. Yes,
100%.
Yeah. Because your enthusiasm and energy is clear. Yeah. And I what I hear you saying is that you stand shoulder to shoulder with everyone in the district. We're all 100%. Educating our children.
Well, if everybody's job is to educate kids, then there is no hierarchy. It's a structure of support. Well,
Superintendent Fortney, we're so glad you're here with us, and
thank you.
Welcome to the district, and we look forward to seeing you for many more interviews.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Beltate's Building Product Specialist. Whether you're a first-time homeowner, making updates, or a seasoned building contractor, Beltate's knowledgeable and friendly team can assist you in finding the perfect products for your project. They have the services and materials to help any size endeavor. Beltate's will bring your ideas to life with their expertise. North Cape Design Build for building a custom home from the ground up, a stunning waterfront property overlooking Lake Sunapee or Pleasant Lake, or the fabulous remodel you've been planning for a decade. North Cape Design Build can help your dreams become a reality. High-end custom craftsmanship, discerning contractors, beautifully executed designs. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997. And much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. LaValle Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValle Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Bubba's award-winning seafood chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Bubba's Bar and Grill. The Intertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Intertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
And we're underway in the second half. St. Clair has got it. It's up to about the 29 before he is met by the Cardinals defenders.
Keep St. Clair on the return.
We saw a combination of quarterbacks here for the Cougars in half number 1. Naughton starting off the first half. Ruckman with some really good rushing plays under center there, but not capping off the first half under center. And that's how we'll begin the second half. Jack Sikoria over to his right. Sikoria rushing it forward, trying to pick up the first down. I think it'll be just a few yards short, but good rush from the Cougars to start off the second half.
With the ball.
It's going to bring up about 2nd and 2 or 3.
Gain of 9 on the play, make it 2nd and 1.
I think it's 2nd and 2. 8-yard gain. Here's the rush. That's going to be good enough for the first down. Feeding Sikoria again.
Sikoria with the ball.
Looks good here in the second half, which is excellent to see. Took a fall earlier in the second quarter, but he was able to get off the field on his own power. So it's great to see that he looks like he's not dealing with any trouble here in the third quarter. And the Cougars will have a fresh set of downs here around midfield. Naughton remains under center. Sikoria here. Naughton will keep it himself, bringing it forward, trying to fight forward to about the 50. Gets it to about the 48, 49. So call it 2nd and about 5 here. Cougars offense showing some progress.
Gain of 4 on the play, make it 2nd and 6.
The difference in yardage, I don't have the official stats in front of me, but don't imagine it's that much. Just need a good drive to put together to climb back in this one. Still plenty of football to go here as Naughton throws it down. Looking for Ruckman just through his hands, was able to find him around the 15, bringing it forward to around the 12, but just couldn't quite secure it.
Ian Ruckman is incomplete.
That would have been a huge gain. But instead, it's 3rd and 5 here for the Cougars. Their own 49. Let's go Cougars chant from the Kearsarge crowd. Great turnout for them in attendance here at homecoming. Naughton keeps it himself. Gets to the other side of the 50, but he's going to be short of the marker for the first down. It's going to be about 2 yards short. So 4th and 2. Officially marked 4th and 3. It appears that the Cougars offense will remain out there.
4th down for the Cougars.
Naughton is wrapped up around the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be short. It'll actually lose a yard there. It's going to be a turnover on downs. So not what the Cougars were hoping for, as the Cardinals will get their first crack at it, but we have an injury on the field. Hopefully nothing too severe. We'll have another look. Oh, as Maddox Foster came in to make the tackle, but was on the bottom side of the pile. Hopefully he's okay. He's able to get up, being currently evaluated by the trainers. Bubba's Bar and Grill has a full menu of amazing seafood, land fare, and award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any party size. Today's game is being brought to you by La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. with over 60 years of serving
Just under the
locally
mid-strike.
from 13 locations. So the Cardinals get their first chance on offense here, trying to put a stranglehold on this game with a touchdown to cap it off. A field goal would certainly help their cause, however, it would still remain a 2-possession game. Kearsarge, I would say, is very much in this. All it takes is one play, a turnover, decent return, and they're back in business. Definitely stay tuned for this game. Thine hands it off, rushing it forward. It's a little over halfway there. That was Richardson on the rush, bringing it forward into the Kearsarge territory. Ball was initially
Zach
spotted
Richardson
at
with
the
the ball.
50. Marked down around the 44 or the 43. It's going to be second and short here.
7 on the play, bring up second down. Ball's on the Kearsarge 43-yard line.
Here's the snap. Another handoff. This time Richardson is thrown back for a 1-yard loss, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Kearsarge's defense applying the pressure.
Jacob Heath and Brody Malinowski in on the tackle. 3rd down for Stevens.
Wonder if we'll potentially see a passing play from the Cardinals here. It'd be Thine or Frisbee under center.
They're really heavy. They're really heavy.
Frisbee hands it off, fighting for it, and that should be enough for the first down.
Carter Bastion with the
That
ball.
was Carter Bastion on the
Up for
carry.
First down for Stevens.
About a 5-yard gain.
1st and 10, and the ball's on the Kearsarge 39-yard line.
So the Cardinals rushing attack helping them out here. Cougars defense looking for a big stop on this drive. If they were to just hold them to 3, I think they could imagine calling that a win. Get their offense back on the field, try to put some points up on the board. Still very much in this one. Frisbee looks it over to Thine. Thine trying to throw it through the defenders, and it is intercepted by the Cougars. They're running it back. Jack Sikoria able to make the pick.
Pass attempt is intercepted by.
And what I
Jack
tell you,
Sikoria.
all it takes is one play, and just like that, all the momentum has shifted back the Cougars' way. They'll have possession around midfield with a chance to make it a 1-score game on this drive.
Ball's on their own 45-yard line.
Look at Sikoria's awareness, just to scoop it out of the air. Off of that deflection. Kearsarge is very fired up. It's almost like they have a second chance to start off this 3rd quarter the way that they wanted to. Ball spotted at their own 45. And we have a whistle. I think it's going to be encroachment.
Snap. False start.
False start,
Offense.
actually. So that's going to
5-yard
go
penalty.
against the
Go
Cougars.
first down.
It's going to bring up 1st and 15 from their own 40. This is the 8th time in 9 years that these two schools are facing off. The only year that they did not face each other was during COVID in 2020. Stevens has won all of these matchups, including a 32-8 victory last year. This one closer thus far, at least. Naughton trying to work through defenders, but unable to get any gain. It's going to be a little bit of a loss, in fact.
Naughton with the ball.
rough field
Lost on the play.
About 2nd and 19 here.
2nd and 19 for the Cougars. The ball's on their 36-yard line.
Stevens trying to make it 8 straight. Prior to the current Cardinal win streak, Kearsarge had won actually 7 straight in a row over Stevens. So it's a streaky rivalry. Naughton trying to bring it forward. Unable to make progress there. Hazen Clay making the tackle. Call it a sack for a 3-yard loss, so that's 3rd and 22.
3rd down for the Cougars.
Quite a ways to go. Looking to
Ball's
see
on
if
their
we
own 33-yard line.
see the Cougars aerial assault, you could say, here, with Spanos potentially, or Ruckman trying to go deep. Spanos is lined up there, the slot position. On the left side, here comes the blitz from the Cardinals, finds Ruckman downfield. Ruckman running in, and he's going to have it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. The crowd goes wild. Aiden Ruckman showing off the Jets here. And just like that, it is a 1-score game. 10-6. What a great throw. Right on the money. It's crazy to think only a few minutes ago it was 10-0 and Stevens had possession. They were threatening an enemy territory. What a turnaround for the Cougars here, just in the recent sequence of plays.
Will attempt the point after kick for Kearsarge.
We still have a ball game and we have plenty of time still to go. Over 17 minutes remaining here in this contest. The extra point is up and good. Corey Fleury bangs it through. And just like that, it's a 3-point game. We'll have another look at that. Naughton's throw, perfect. Ruckman's speed. He was just too far gone. There was no catching him at that point. So can the Cardinals come up with a response here on this drive? That's a big question.
Carson Tyne and Jaharan Garo back for Stevens. Fleury will kick for Kearsarge.
Fleury once again here to boot it away for the Cougars. Thine and Valcourt Garrow also back again deep for the Cardinals. Kick bounces. It is fielded by Valcourt Garrow. Brings it up, fighting forward to about the 32. We have an injury on the play.
Jared Gallo on the return.
Michael Overton there on the field for Kearsarge. He's able to get off on his own power, so that's good.
First and 10 for Stevens on their own 32-yard line.
Today's game is being brought to you by La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, with over 60 years of serving you locally from 13 locations. And here comes the Cardinals offense. Handoff once again, Richardson. It's met right away by 3 or 4 of the Cougars defenders. Pressure is undoubtedly on the Cardinals right now. If they're unable to get something going on this drive and the Cougars get possession, that could be a very dangerous situation for them. Cougars in search of their first home win. The Cardinals in search of their first road win of the season. Richardson gets it to about the 36. So gain, but still some to go here on third down. Now 3rd and 6. Defense chant from the Cougars crowd. Thine carrying it, but he's going to be short, thrown out of bounds around the line of scrimmage. Jack Sikoria pushing him out.
Carson Time with the ball. That'll bring up 4th down.
So 4th down. I think we'll see the punting unit. It's with the field position. If the Cardinals were unable to convert, that would set up prime territory.
3 yards to go.
Cardinals offense going to stay out there. Bastian running forward on the other side of the 50, to the 40, to the 30. Pushed out of bounds around the 25. Huge play for the Cardinals.
Carter Bastian with the ball. Up for Stevens, 1st down.
Could have really turned the
Ball
tide,
Kearsarge's 25-yard line.
given Kearsarge's possession, but the quickness and the speed of Bastian to just get around those defenders. Not only did the Cardinals pick up the 1st down, but they're in position to score once again. Cougars now, I would imagine you just want to hold them to 3. That should be the goal at this point in the drive. As if they get in the back of the end zone and are able to go up 2 scores again, that's going to be a lot tougher on the Cougars. Bastian able to carry it forward.
Carter Bastian with the ball.
Brings up 2nd down.
Gain about 5 on the play. Make it 2nd and 5.
Threatening on the edge of the red zone here.
Ball's on the Kearsarge's 20-yard line.
Here's the handoff, met right away. Cameron Brand, the defensive lineman making the tackle,
with the ball.
brings up a 3rd down.
Cameron Brand in on that tackle. 3rd and 5.
Could be a critical defensive play here. when we look back on this game, Cougars making the stop here and holding the Cardinals to 3. We also have to wonder, Coach Duford, if he'd be aggressive enough to stay out there. And we are not going to have to answer that. Sebastian is able to pick up the first down, runs out of bounds around the 10-yard line
First down.
with 13.7 here to go in the third quarter. Ball will be spotted at the 12. First and 10.
First and 10 for Stevens. The ball's on the Kearsarge 12-yard line.
Carrying it forward is Thine.
That's
Able
number
to
2,
pick up a
Preston Tyne
couple
with the
on
ball.
that. Call it 2nd and 8.
Sequoia and
wrap up
Malinowski in on the
Our
tackle.
third quarter. Cardinals currently
That's
lead
the end of the
the
third quarter.
Cougars 10-7. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Please stay with us.
This YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. By Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. By North Cape Design Build, who for over 40 years have crafted beautiful custom homes in the Lake Sunapee area of New Hampshire. La Valley Building Supply, with 13 locations and celebrating over 60 years serving you with quality products and friendly service. By Bubba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Bubba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. And Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine Town regions.
Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to the YCN Game of the Week. Currently, the Stevens Cardinals lead the Kearsarge Cougars on the road 10-7 here at the start of the fourth quarter, with the Cardinals threatening in Kearsarge territory. Cardinals led it at 1 point. It was 10-0, but the Cougars battled back with a touchdown in the previous quarter, on throwing to Aiden Ruckman, making it a one-score game. Thine hands it off, rushing into the end zone for a touchdown. That's Carter Bastian.
Touchdown Stevens.
And once again, we have ourselves a two-possession game. So the Cardinals starting out the fourth quarter just the way they wanted to, with a touchdown, applying more pressure on the Cougars. So the momentum has shifted. Comes Oliver Stone on the attempt, the extra point. It's up and good to make it 17-7. One of our underwriters today is Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, with over 17 years of providing hungry patrons with high quality food and super friendly service. Cardinals back on there to kick it away. This is Oliver Stone. Cougars really needing
for Kearsarge.
score on this drive. Even a field goal would
Ollie
help them
Stone will
out.
kick for Stevens.
Two offensive drives and a defensive stop away from tying it or potentially taking the lead still, so plenty of time to do that with 11:57 still to go in this contest. It is off of St. Clair, rolling into the back of the end zone. He has to pick it up and carry it forward, trying to avoid a safety. Thrown back. We're awaiting the official call. The Cardinals think they have a safety. The officials are going to talk it over. I think it touched him, so that would mean it would depend on where the ball is spotted. If it didn't, then in that case, it would go as a touchback and the ball would come out to around the 20-yard line. There was your second look at it on the replay. They rule that St. Clair did not make contact with it, and therefore it is not a safety. So the Cougars could say, fortunate to catch a break on that one. That would have been disastrous for them trying to continue this game, come out with a win. So they still have a chance at it with Naughton under center, starting out at the 20-yard line, throwing it over to the ruckman on the right side. Met at the line of scrimmage. We have multiple whistles. Ruckman is down on the field. On his hands and knees comes the trainer. Hoping for the best for Aiden Ruckman. It's been a key part of keeping the Cougars in this game here this afternoon. It's going to be evaluated by the trainer. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning in their Muddy Paws Pet Wash and Auto Bath Car Wash. Support for this game is being provided by North Cape Design Build. They want to remind you that the Duck Drop fundraiser to support the Boys and Girls Club is Saturday, October 5th at Mount Sunapee Resort. Get more info at nhduckdrop.com. Our next YCN game of the week will feature football as the Newport Tigers host the Raiders of Lebanon next Saturday starting at 1:53 p.m. on their homecoming weekend. Today's extended homecoming coverage is being provided by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. As Ruckman is trying to walk off the field there. He's on his own power, but he's limping. Have to imagine that would be it for him for this game. Hopefully he's able to return next week. They'll certainly take some time to evaluate him. Not sure what that means for the long term. Hopefully nothing too bad. But for the short term, the Cougars are going to have to find a way to put together a drive.
Ball's on their own 22-yard line.
One of their best players here on offense. Naughton hands it off, trying to bring it forward. It's going to be short of the first down marker.
Jack Sikoria with the ball.
That's Jack Sikoria.
They'll bring up third down.
So a crucial third down for the Cougars. Naughton carrying it forward, but met there by the Cardinals defense. That was
the ball.
Stephen Rayum.
We got fourth down.
So it is fourth down. Still plenty of time left. Naughton backing up in punt formation. Rough break on the snap. Naughton's gonna have to throw it. He throws deep, and it is intercepted by Carter Bastion. Bring it to the 20, to the 10. He's out of bounds around the 11. What a shift, as now the Cardinals have possession inside the red zone, and they lead by 10. See on the replay, Naughton trying to do something there. He's looking deep to Griffin Dixon. Just a tough pass to make when you're not anticipating that.
First and 10 for Stevens. The ball's on the Kearsarge 13-yard line.
So I would imagine that the Cardinals are going to try and keep it on the ground here. No need to risk a turnover and stress ball security. Bastion battles to about the 9. It's going to bring up second down.
Bastion with the ball. Give him about 4 to play. Make it 2nd and 6.
They're not in yet. Kearsarge still could make a stop here. Trying to keep it a 2-score game. If they could force them to a field goal, still take 2 drives for Kearsarge to score to at least even this thing up, but it could be done. So keeping them out of the end zone so crucial to their hopes. Bastion trying to run it through the left side. That's going to be enough for a first down, but I think he's shy of the goal line. So it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 5. Excuse me, they mark him just short. I thought he had it. Tough angle from
3rd and 1
where we are here at the YCN booth. So the Cougars still have some hope. If they could hold them here, that would be big. Ball will be spotted at the 5. First down marker around the 3. 2 yards to go. Here comes the offense for the Cardinals. QB keeper, and he is wrapped up for a loss. Kearsarge's defense making a big stand. Now, Coach Duford will have to answer the question of how aggressive he wants to be here. Keeping the offense out there would be risky business, but it could pay off. Making a 3-possession game would just about put it out of reach.
4th and 4 for
However,
Stevens.
if they go for it and they don't get it, make it still a 10-0 game, give the Cougars some opportunity. Ball is at the 7. First down marker, we remind you, is at the 3. 4th and 4 to go. Certainly don't want to come up empty-handed here in the red zone.
Charge timeout, Stevens.
Coach Duford wants to take a timeout to discuss it over with his team, and he'll do just that. Today's coverage is being underwritten in part by Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. Barton Insurance Agency supports you and your community. Ben says one size fits all just doesn't apply to insurance, which is why every client gets their individual attention. This game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle Middleton Building Supply, with 13 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Take a look at all their products at lavalleys.com. Check out Echo Communications for all your printing and mailing needs. They're the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. Today's extended coverage is being provided by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. Cougars going back out onto the field.
Let's go, Kearsarge! Let's go!
Appears that the Cardinals are going to go for it here on 4th down. Fine, hands it off to Bastion. Bastion rushing forward, trying to get the first down. See what the official says. It's going to be really close. That is very close. It is a game of inches, folks.
Bastion came up short on the attempt.
And they're going to rule he's short by about an inch. So that's going to bring up first down here for the Cougars. Much needed stop, however, they're still very far backed up in their own territory. About 3 yards and an inch away from their own goal line. Have to be cautious. At all costs, you want to avoid a safety and a fumble that would result in a touchdown here for the Cardinals. They still have a chance. You have Caleb Naughton, the arm that he has. Always have a chance to get a play downfield, bring your offense forward. Naughton calls timeout.
Kearsarge.
Both teams still have 2 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 6:49 still to go. It's been a while since Kearsarge has gotten the best of Stevens in this rivalry. Trying to make it that case here today. Still, they have to battle. Stevens has had some opportunities to really put this game out of reach. They've been aggressive enough to get in the driver's seat, but just haven't been able to quite put it away. With a big stop here, their defense has a chance to really make it a tough battle for Kearsarge, tougher than it already is. But Kearsarge can climb back into this one. Naughton has played really well in this game, as has Aiden Ruckman, who currently is on the bench. He is, got injured earlier. Naughton throwing it, looking for Spanos, just couldn't quite communicate there.
Naughton's pass attempt to Spanos is incomplete. He'll bring up 2nd down.
Can have another look at it. Good read from Naughton. Try and just get it over Carter Bastion. That would have been a huge gain. Fortunate enough for the Cougars, they'll have another opportunity. It is 2nd down here. Naughton over the top, trying to find Spanos this time. It is broken up in coverage by the Cardinals. 3rd down here.
Naughton to Spanos, incomplete.
We have a flag on the field, however.
3rd down for the Cougars.
Ooh, that's a personal foul against Kearsarge's offense. Still going to be third down. It's going to back them up half the distance to the goal, which in a situation like this, it's only 1.5 yards. But still, that can be the difference between making a play and having a safety go against you. Naughton on this big third down. Throws it, trying to find St. Clair. It's going to bring up fourth down. Cougars heading on their front
St. Clair was incomplete. Fourth down for the Cougars.
I'd watch for the fake here if I was the Cardinals. Cougars trying to communicate, make sure they have enough guys on the field. They only had 10, now they have all 11. Naughton is snapped back too far, and that's going to be a safety. So a rough break for the Cougars on the snap, and just like that, it's 19-7. And Stevens will be awaiting possession yet again. Still technically a 2-score game. Two touchdowns would do the trick. But with Stevens getting possession back here, it's going to make the task really, really difficult on the Cougars.
It's 2 touchdowns. Big stop on D. This isn't over. Let's go.
You can hear head coach Michael Jensen screaming that this is not over and it's only 2 stops on defense.
Let's go. We're missing someone on kickoff. Kickoff. Let's go.
Once again, a little bit of miscommunication. Cougars initially with only 10 guys on the field. There's their 11th. Cougars kick it away. It is fielded, being brought forward, finally out of bounds around the 46 or the 47. Carson Tyne returns it. And the Cardinals are set up in enemy territory.
First and 10 for Stevens. Ball's on the Kearsarge 47-yard line.
Ball officially spotted at the 47. Here's the handoff. Bastion fighting forward. And that's going to be another touchdown for the Cardinals.
Carter Bastion
putting it away here.
Touchdown, Stevens.
Now in garbage time. That makes it 25-7. With a 3-score game late here in the 4th quarter, I think that's just about it. Speed of Carter Bastion. It's really tough if you're the Cougars defense to keep up with. Here's another look at the touchdown. Can make that mark that down as a 47-yard touchdown for Carter Besh.
Sutton 36 to 32 type.
Come the Cardinals.
Rutland and St. Clair are deep for Kearsarge.
Oliver Stone to kick it away.
Holly Stone will kick for Stevens.
Ball rolls to about the 11. So tough field position for the Cougars. The upcoming schedule here for YCN, we'll have boys and girls soccer later here this afternoon with the boys at 4 and the girls at 6. Make sure to tune in 7 minutes early, 3:53 and 5:53 for our coverage to start. Next week we'll be back up at Newport. Still be facing the Raiders of Lebanon.
Free kick.
Following week will be actually a Friday night game back here at Kearsarge as they'll take on the Huskies from Monadnock. Week after that will be Kearsarge Lebanon. That's going to be a Friday night game as well. And Bob Lippman will have Conval, Merrimack Valley, and we'll have a few more to wrap up the year. Naughton is able to find his man, brings it forward to the 41.
Naughton to St. Clair is complete.
It's Ethan St. Clair.
Second down for the Cougars.
Second and 4 coming up for the Cougars. Here we go. Spanos is able to pick up the first down, getting into Stevens territory.
Naughton to Spanos, complete.
Forced out of bounds around the
Kearsarge
43.
first down.
Officially marked at the
Cougars. The
42.
ball's on the Stevens 42-yard line.
Officials, you're on the field to discuss it. Ball's still spotted at the 42. So no penalty on the play, it appears. Still 1st and 10. Naughton. There's St. Clair on the right side, working through defenders. He's going to pick up the first down to about the 30. His team pushing his forward inside the 25. Applause from the Kearsarge crowd here on
Naughton to St. Clair is complete. First down for Kearsarge. Ball's on the Stevens 24-yard line.
So great extra effort there by the line of the Cougars to get some extra yardage. The edge of the red zone. Naughton drops back. St. Clair, or is that St. Clair? Get another look at it here, but either way, that's a completion. It's not St. Clair, that is Reed Cole Tucker, my apologies. Able to pick up some yardage for the Cougars.
Naughton to Cole Tucker was complete.
Naughton decides to rush forward. We have a flag on the field, however.
Naughton on the
brought to the
keeper.
turf.
The flag on the play.
Holding. Penalty from the.
Penalty goes against Kearsarge. That's going to back him up.
Penalty was holding on the offense, 15-yard penalty.
That holding call backs them up. Second down here. Naughton through the hands of St. Clair. Third and long.
Naughton's pass attempt to Ethan St. Clair is incomplete.
More space over there.
Third and about 16 for Kearsarge.
Thank you for joining us on this cloudy afternoon. Cougars still battling for momentum, if nothing else. Naughton. Incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down. We'll remind you of the upcoming schedule. Stevens is on a bye next week,
Naughton's pass
actually.
attempt was incomplete.
They will be at Lebanon next week.
Fourth down for the Cougars.
As for us at YCN, we'll have Newport and Lebanon coming up next Saturday. The Kearsarge Monadnock next Friday. Friday night games are always fun. Following week, once again, a Kearsarge Friday night game against Lebanon. Then it'll be Conval and Merrimack Valley. Bob Lippman will have that for you. Newport Kearsarge and Newport Guilford to wrap up the year, or at least the regular season. Naughton pitches it to the side. Ruckman back in the game. And he is tackled, and Stevens will regain possession. In terms of the schedules for Stevens and Kearsarge, Stevens will be on a bye next week, and in 2 weeks, they will be taking on Lebanon. It's going to be a Saturday night game for 7 p.m. at Lebanon. And then the following week, that'll be October 11th, it'll be a Friday night game at home for them.
Stevens takes over on downs.
For these Cougars of Kearsarge, it'll be next Friday, so a little bit of a short week, 6 days. They will have a Friday night
First
game
and 10 for the Cardinals on their own
at 7
29-yard
p.m.
line.
up at Laconia. That should be fun. And then the following Friday, they will also have a Friday game, but that's going to be at home against Monadnock. Be interesting to see them matched up against the Huskies. So a lot of Friday night games upcoming on the schedules for you to look forward to. I always enjoy those. Bastian brings it forward. Trying to stay on his feet. Loses possession. Kearsarge thinks they have it. It appears that they
Fumble on
do.
the play. Kearsarge
Colton
recovered.
Stoltz with it.
Ball recovered by number 28, Colton Stoltz. First and 10 for the Cougars.
First down for the
Ball's
Cougars.
on the Stevens 37-yard line.
We remind you that we're not done for the day after this. We still have 2 more games coming up. Will be boys soccer after this, followed by girls soccer. Naughton over the top, and it is intercepted, but we have a flag and a fumble. A lot going on. We'll get it sorted out.
A flag on the play.
Flag down. We might have a chance.
Officials are going to talk. We'll let you know. It appears it's going to be Stevens' possession, but potentially a penalty to follow after.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is an interception recovered by Stevens. First down.
So I'll break it down. Kearsarge had an ineligible receiver downfield. Then they threw the interception. Stevens got possession, and then they fumbled it. However, the Cardinals were able to recover their own fumble. So the Cardinals will have possession as they have declined the initial penalty against Kearsarge, which would have backed up Kearsarge, but they still would have had possession. Instead, Stevens will take it, and they'll have first and 10 from their own 28. Tackle is made, bring up second down. Ashton unable to get much there.
On that tackle.
Cardinals coasting into 2-1.
Second and 12 for Stevens.
With a pair of Friday night games to follow on the schedule for Kearsarge. To really be looking to improve things in practice this upcoming week. It's been good to see opportunities to some of their players. I'm really glad to see that Aiden Ruckman got back on the field after his injury earlier in the game. That's certainly a good sign for all Kearsarge fans.
Charge timeout,
for
Stevens.
They got a much needed win after losing to Newport last week, going into their bye week. We have a timeout. Check out Echo Communications for all your printing and mailing needs. They are the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. Today's extended homecoming coverage is being provided by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. Today's coverage is being provided in part by Barton Insurance Agency, where they work for you and not the big insurance companies. They know how to serve your personal needs. Kearsarge put up a fight. In the end, Cardinals just making the right plays here in the fourth quarter. Imagine that Coach Duford has to be pleased. Their offense definitely proving that what happened last week at Newport wasn't who they are, and that they're capable of producing more, as they have done so today. As Carter Bastian continues to do so.
Carter Bastian with the
adding
ball.
more yardage to his stats. Inside of 2 minutes here.
Third and 5 for Stevens.
a whistle. Let's see, that's a stop. Clock is still running. Ball spotted at the 30.
Carter Bastian stopped in the backfield by Jacob Heath.
Time winds down.
4th down for Stevens.
4th down for the Cardinals. They'll be in no rush to snap it.
Ball's on their own 30-yard line.
Stevens has played really well.
Charge timeout, Stevens.
They'll take a timeout prior to what would have been a penalty. 38.1 showing on the clock. Today's coverage is being underwritten in part by Beltates, a full-service building materials store with 10 locations within New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Stop by any location or shop online at beltates.com. Support for this game is being provided by North Cape Design Build. They want to remind you that the Duck Drop fundraiser to support the Boys and Girls Club is Saturday, October 5th at Mount Sunapee Resort. Get more info at nhduckdrop.com with mountain fun all day long. Have to hand out the Player of the Game award. For me, I got to say Carter Bastian. He had an outstanding rushing game here for Stevens, propelled them to the win that they've gotten this afternoon. About to become official. Newport staying out, Stevens staying out there. Bastian with a handoff, trying to pick up another 1st down. See what they rule. He's out of bounds just enough, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Carter Bastian with the ball. 1st down for Stevens.
Stevens can just take the kneel down, and that's going to be it. So they coast up to 2-1 in the standings. Reminder not to go anywhere. We still have 2 more games, courtesy of the Kearsarge Athletic Booster Club. Boys soccer to come, girls soccer to come. Yeah, the Kearsarge Player of the Game, Carter Bastian. Outstanding game. Pair of touchdowns. Crunch time in the 4th quarter. That 47-yard run. Really sealed the game there following the safety.
This special
the first snap
presentation
of that
of
drive.
YCN's
But I hope you look forward to this
Hey folks,
these
up
soccer
next on
games
the
as
slate
much
this
as I do.
afternoon, boys soccer at 4 o'clock, right here.
You're watching the YCN of the
This
Game of the Week.
special
Thank you.
presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes. This special presentation of YCN's Game of the Week is made possible by the Kearsarge Athletic Boosters, looking out for the interest of all their student athletes.